Hello everyone, hello. How you doing MD today? Hi. Hi. Fishman killer. Yeah, sure, if you want. I'm not denying no, I am denying it. For now. Anyway, today I have absolutely no idea of what to play. I'm still recovering from Canto 9, let's say. So I just play Index and Poise for now, and I'll figure something out for the next run. I'll do 2 runs, as usual. I still have to complete. Where am I at? I still have 6 runs to do before next MD, which I hope is not next week. But yeah, should be done soon enough with this. So let me start the run. Again, today I'm not gonna talk about Canto 9. I'm gonna leave, just in case people didn't do it yet, I'm gonna leave it for next week, and rather I start talking more about it next week, and mostly on Friday I'll do a stream to talk about it more, like to actually talk about it in particular. Kind of want to keep you for later. Nah. I'll take Limbus later, it's fine. Which units have you not used in a while? I don't know, I'm using it. Except the 2 stars, except a few 2 stars. I was thinking of using like SC Remnant Faust, for example. I was like, oh, I want to use it. But at the same time, after Canto 9 right now, I don't want to have to think. I kind of want to just chill and just press win rate for a bit. Because I was thinking of stuff like, yeah, like you said, Jacob Grigger, that kind of whole thing. N-Corp Sinclair. I mean, I've played N-Corp. It has been a bit since I played N-Corp, but I played N-Corp a few times. The thing is, I played pretty much every comp under the sun quite a few times already, so like, it's not like I have everything new. It's more like what haven't I played in a bit. But I was thinking there is what was thinking of nice. Wait, who was it? I was thinking S Human Faust plus Mariachi Sinclair, you know, like a cheap, some old cheap boys, but I've played Pierce Boys. I've played pretty much everything during MD6, I feel like. Except maybe some older comps. Like I played 7, I played Lius, I played 7 and Lius. Was it in this MD that I played? I know at some point I... Hold on. No, wait. There we go. I know at some point I played Liu plus 7 like in the same team. Just to do an achievement. I don't know if it was this season or the last one. Also, since Canto is over, let me use the sound a bit for my ears. Yeah, I don't feel the difference too much. I think I'm gonna be the next apprentice ID. The next one. I'd say either Lucio or Albina. I'm excited about Lucio because it should at least be different from most other like the 2 other thumb IDs, especially because I'm thinking it doesn't have a gun, which is also why I'm questioning why. Like I said, I wouldn't talk about Canto 9, but I wouldn't talk about Canto 9 part 3. So I can talk about part 1 and 2. When we fight him in part 1, I'm pretty sure like he has Burn and Tremor, but the question is where does it come from, since you don't have a gun. I think I want both. I really want both, but which one will come first, I have no idea. Also, there's the question if in 2 weeks we're not gonna have the regular checkup already or something else, so... Well, there should be like MD and MDR in 2 weeks, so... Yeah, we can expect an apprentice. I'm gonna put a coin on... I wanna put a coin on Albina, but I feel like it's too soon. Lucio feels more likely, but I'm gonna put my coin on Albina. Ren... I feel like Ren is for later. Yeah, it's fine. Season 1 sinking. That doesn't exist. What's Season 1 sinking? Mariachi? I don't even remember. Hold on. Alcohol Pish? Where's the count? Yeah, there's no count. I think about it for the next run. What else do we have? Wait, what was sinking in Season 1? Holy sh... G-Corp Otis? I mean, SCB, Sang, and Linglu. I'm gonna have to pull out the IDs list, I think, because I don't think... I actually don't remember much more. Season 1 sinking did not exist. Well, Lucio is Clay because he doesn't have a good primary. It's... Well, Off is questionable. I don't think we're gonna have Lucio is Clay. Like, if we take in likeliness of who it's gonna be, Lucio feels very likely for either Gregor or Onglu. I feel like Gregor is even more likely due to, you know, Lucio being like a textbook, so like a tool, that kind of thing. And Gregor being like that as well, for the war veteran. That'd be nice, obviously, Onglu. I wouldn't have said that. Like, I would have said, obviously, Faust, personally. Would be a bit much with Index Faust, you could say, but... Index Faust, yeah, but Index Faust, it's not like Index Faust is an apprentice or anything, you know? So, like, they could do this. They still could do it. We've had worse in similar, like, in a senior getting IDs in succession. We've had worse. I don't remember who, but I know we've had worse. Hi, how are you doing? Wouldn't have a good lead up an idea at the moment. The thing is, unfortunately, PM is clearly not basing themselves about who has what type of ID to give new ones, alright? Otherwise, Sinclair would have had a charge ID since like since the start of the game, pretty much. Just beat 48 now. We got Aqua Project, yeah. But Aqua Project is way more based on charge than COD is. So like they have different utilities, but I agree. But also general banners, like right now general banners are very weird. There have been very few of them. I didn't pick sinking. There have been very few of them. So I think PM has a lot of standout fair. I'm supposed to get you, aren't I? Nah, whatever. I think PM has a lot of standout fair IDs in their back, like Aqua Projon, and I think they have a lot of others. Like they have all the associations to do pretty much. But because there are very few banners for general IDs, there are very few occasions to release them, which means that they still have a stock of tier 3 fixers, of grade 3 fixers, in no, section 3 fixers, sorry, that those do not match whatever apprentices level or whatever ID we're getting right now. Like the standout fair is being progressed way too well, so every time there is a standout banner, I'm really worried. Like the last two have been literally, we got two last season, they have been Shifaus, Aquaprodia. I'll let you decide. I don't think it's too great. I love the Beeper. Hello, Sadie. This idea is just for middle. Kinda. I mean, the thing is, we don't have the value, so we don't know yet. But it's very likely that she's for NV, and that's about it. Well, I mean, like other middles. Like other middles don't have a real status. They tried with Sinclair to bring bleed, but come on. I don't even know what the point. Don't put. Why do you want to put burn and burn and bleed? What is bleed like conditional? You don't need to. It's fine. It just makes some weird shenanigans, especially because you're using counter most of the time, so the bleed procs already went off. So it's not like you can stack and then use the counter. At least, what's her name? At least Ishmael looks like she'll have some count, so it's not like it's irredeemable. And if she inflicts as much bleed and she inflicts burn, or rather the opposite, she inflicts as much burn as she inflicts bleed, it's not like it's unusable in burn. It's not like burn requires high maintenance. Bleed does, burn doesn't. So it's not like it's couldn't player in burn. But at the very least, the good thing is you can probably just put out the burn she does, like with the burn count, and she will probably be able to fulfill most of her conditionals by herself after a few turns. Against bosses at least. So that's okay, I guess. I mean, that's better conditional than Sinclair, that's for sure. Burn is way easier as a conditional than bleed ever will be. Freaking snake. Snake? Snake? Snake! No. Okay, John is seeking 80. Why are we talking about this? And it's questionable. Is. I mean, it's qualified as Sinking Rupture, so you can play it in MD. That's the only thing. You can play the triple keyword in MD. We need some actual other Bleed and Burn though, because with Bleed and Burn on Ish, unfortunately, you cannot do, like I was thinking, Bleed, Burn, Poise with Captain Ishmael as a keystone, like the stone. But I'm not sure. The thing is, you need some more Bleed and Burn for this, 2 more, and not on Ishmael, so this one wouldn't work. And I wanted to see Bleed and Burn for a while, so I hope they go further on with this archetype. I think it's cool. Ooh, that's very cool. No poise, but like, still cool. Let's go, chicken da. But I mean, the not having a FNV for Ishmael. That as well. That's a problem. Like most of the conditions, hair tattoos only really work with Envy, so because you need to use counter as skill 3 to be able to use it more, to consume it more. Team is not that good. Which team? I mean, as long as we do get Nosfather, which is not something that's confirmed, and I'm still not sure if I want them, just for power ranking, creeping, whatever purposes, it feels very weird. Like again, it would be like we get us getting color fixers right now. You don't need a bit too soon.
정해진 운명이라네.
Especially Matthias. But if I had to guess one, yeah, Otis would be my guess. It's kind of a by default guess. But I don't know how much it would make sense. Like at least the update story, I would be wondering. You could say something like, "Oh, we're getting home from the ruin" or something. That'd be yeah, sure. That exists. Or getting home like back in the family. Yeah, that would work, I guess. When you deploy half of the middle, it's just Sinclair now. You do middle dawn and over QH. Don't know, but Mersault, yes. People use Mersault, and Mersault is still very good. Not Mersault himself. Mersault has very good egos, and especially Electric Screaming to help Dawn get quicker. Same for the other charge members. And same because of the SP gain, that kind of thing. Like right now, NV teams are like I love playing it. So QH Dawn is key. Then it's Sinclair and Mersault, Multicrack as well, Faust. And then it's a bit to your taste between like you want an Iscliffe, either Multicrack or W Corp. Then you want an R Corp between Onglu and Rodia probably. Maybe both. But you will be able to replace one of them by Ishmael. So you'll have 3 main MV members, Mindel members, Multicrack, Faust, QH Dawn, W Cliff, and then one of the R-Corp, I guess. I don't know which one I prefer. I guess it depends on my charge duration. Rodia is weaker but has a way easier time charging. Can be skill and block better damage. Yeah. It's kind of sad for Middle Dog, I gotta be honest. She can't shine in her own team. Well, Middle has the Book of Vengeance to make it. The thing is, QH Dawn is it's probably too good to pass just in Envy in general. I don't think it's worth it. Like, it's not like Middle Dog counter doesn't do high damage, but probably the lack of multi-pen, you know. How you doing? Yeah. Bam. Unlock into Ensage. Great to lose SP. Thank you very much, Don. I mean, it's an easier ego than Sinclair. Yeah, it's volatile ego, so makes sense. But it depends if we get or not the Nurse. It would make sense to get them. I think it would make a lot of sense to get them. But again, power creep and power ranking wise, I'm not sure. Because apprentices are on our level, technically. But like Nurse Father are way higher. So getting them would feel very weird. Like imagine with power creep, that means in like 3 or 4 months we would 2 seasons or so, we will get stuff that's stronger than us fathers. Like, what do you want? Like, actual colors? Clothes? Arbiters? The levels are weird. I don't know where we're going. I feel like we're going a bit too high, too quick. Can I fuse? I mean, I could, but... Good. Real quick, but kind of important question. Pequod, Sangs, Vifaust. Wow, what are we? Pequod, Sangs, Vifaust, Middle Dome, Middle Mer, Mid-ish. WOTs, 180 mood it work. Wow, that's a wanky ass team. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, working. It's not the worst. I mean, because you're broke. It's that. I mean, let me check out. What I think what you would want for an NV team. I feel like it's gonna be the both again. That's been a while. What you would want for an NV team is IDs that can reliably produce NV. So problem with Pequod Sang is he only has skill 2. Like, you would want to block, you would want a defense skill if you can. There aren't that many, I'm gonna be honest. But if you can, it's better. Vifaust is... It's a skill 1, that's better at least. Like, unfortunately, man, we need to take the in-game UI, I'm not gonna lie, it would be better. You know what? After this fight, I'll go back to the Sinner UI just a sec to show you real quick. I need to think because we have. I'm trying to think about cheap 2-star options as well, but I think there aren't too many. Okay, we'd probably want to replace Faust and Yiseng ASAP. The rest is alright. And at some point you would need another member as well. That's later on. I don't know what the state for multi-crack is, Cliff, but if you can get him at some point, that'd be nice. That's an alright idea. I mean, in general, you would want to switch to the better IDs ASAP anyway, but depends on your budget and how much you want to commit to NV. NV is not the best team right now. I don't know how much Ishmael is gonna bring that up. I don't know if other IDs will bring that up this season. Not unlikely. Because NV right now is alright. Ooh, don't mind if I do. NV right now is alright, but it's not a great team. Like, it requires careful management of HP mostly to not blow up. Oh, I said that I wanted to go back to the menu. I'll do it now. Give me a sec. Another W Cliff, yeah. Cliff instead of WTs. No, WTs is fine because you have the ego from the BP right now, which is good. You can just spam egos a lot. Well, maybe not that much actually. You can maybe not spam it. Give me a sec. Like, I have time. 전부 자러 들어갔다고 방심. I need the details and I need energy. Alright. What's in there? So the one with defense, well, not Ishmael then. W Faust would probably be better actually, due to wit sentence. Corpulent Faust, I guess, with the evade. It was a choice at some point, I think. Sphyrodia if you're already broke. Basis Cliff? I guess Basis Cliff is alright. For now. Until you get better IDs, I mean. The WMR was questionable, but if you have middle soul, that's better. I mean, this cliff has a lot of good NV IDs, so getting one, especially the W is cliff or multi-crack is cliff at some point. But you can use regular one for now, I guess. Multi-crack Faust, middle members on what to say. Arcop, Onglu and Rodia, when you can get one of them. Again, anyone that has a NV defense is better, or at least a skill 1. At least a skill 1. I said you can check like this. You can go into your IDs and check, put NV and check which one of it among what you have right now. We're getting back to it.
이런 임무는 뱀 중에서도 내가 제일이지.
I'm tired of waiting. I want the listeners to start learning Shin. Like Shin is a new thing in the city, and it's like supposed to be at high, like very high levels. Like it just doesn't make sense. I'm saying crack is clear because it's a 2-star, so it's cheaper. You know, when you're broke, you're broke. You know. So like if you pull at some point, you're more likely to get it now.
정해진 운명이라네.
한 점만 노린다.
So like in the team you say that would probably replace one of you sang off Faust by his cliff, by Basis Cliff, and then get one of the other thing I could, like even W Faust at this point instead of Y Faust. Like the goal of middle is having 6 NV res as much as possible. So if you can produce it reliably, you're in trouble. Just touch my low, so you're getting this. Anyway, I can understand you. I'm an NV lover, so I'm glad we're getting some love. Clear.
예측할 수 없게 운명적인 죽음일세.
Oh yeah, I wanted to read your message, but you deleted it. What do you say? So now so that probably happening. I mean, we already saw. We already saw update stories where we had sinners of the same faction, but that never happened. Like I think it was Rechit Rodia, it never happened. We had it in I think it was Sloshmile story, and never happened. And there are a few like this. So it's not because we see them in an update story that they confirmed, and also. It's not necessarily right now either. Like it could be later. Now, as for the chances of it happening, I think they're gonna do it. Let's be real. I think they're gonna do it. Those fathers. They are way too far into the rabbit hole, the power ranking rabbit hole. Like right now, Kim Ji-woon just want cool stuff, like nothing else. I got Lei Hang, Jashu, and Dolphin. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We're too far into for them not to do it. It just come on. They're supposed to last 10 years. We had the third one. Like the third one is ending. We can do 7 years of power creep like this. It's already over. We are already at color level. We can go higher. Like what next? Wing Wars? Great. Then what? Like in 5 cantos, we've explored all of the areas branches of the city. Like the only thing that's left is like Impuritas Civitas at this point. Like we left with the Ana Association. We're gonna fight this Ana Association at some point. The Claw, the Arbiter, and we're done. Then we go to the ruins. That's it. I mean, at this point, I feel like we're going to. It's not the tale of the city, the tale of the ruins of Power Creep. I don't know. We did arena again. Kim Ji-woon could not prevent himself from just climbing the ladder ASAP. Which is also what is worrying me about Mersault, because I cannot see Mersault being that high in power level, like by himself. I look at the last 3. We got Ryoshu, Dawn, and Onglu. Like in terms of status, even if you take the base books, I was thinking about I would write Mersault or something, but Dawn is like a noble, you know, a high status thing in Don Quixote in the books, you know. And there you have Bloodfiend and everything. Onglu is like supposed to be like or Jabaoyu in the book is supposed to be like a noble's child as well. Like it's supposed to be a high ranked society ranking child as well. And in Limbus, it turns out to be very high ranked as well, you know. Ryoshu or Yoshihide in Elscreen is supposed to be a painter. Sure, it's not as big, but like that's a renowned painter, that kind of thing. So it's still pretty high. And here, well, we see what happened. I'm not gonna say it for part 3, but yeah, we see how high it goes. And for Mersault, if I take Book Mersault, we're in trouble, people. I fight you. What time is it? Yeah, fight you. Like Book Mersault is nobody. Book Mersault is just a random guy, okay? So I don't know how you translate it into the thing. Oh, you suddenly it was actually a Wing CEO. What the fuck? He was a board. He was in the board of Ancorp. Can you see it happening? I can't see it. So what are we supposed to face? I mean, I've been saying Close and Arbiter for the longest time because it's a fucking trail. And I'm gonna stay by it, I think. I'm gonna stand by it. Also middle buy when I saw the index, can use counter with shield. I thought, okay, I'm gonna try this idea with counter only in MD. Then there's index, very good. Yeah. Counter. Well, at least like the Nigo form of the clashable counter. The rest is not clashable. For middle, it's important that they're not clashable because they want to take hits at some point. You know, to get revenge. To get revenge, you need to get hit. Damian is 7 manks, so we have a long way to go. Yeah, Damian is just around the corner, like in 3 cantos. Haven't you seen him? Like he's waving at us. Hey, he's coming to see us every Monday. Dante, have you drawn me the ship? We're fighting God at the same point. I'm seriously considering the idea. Like, I'm contemplating the abyss right now. I'm seriously considering us actually fighting with God at some point. And not that far off.
예측할 수 없게.
So it should just be about a man disconnected from society and not about horse getting by culture. Yes! Yes, that's what was worrying me. It was fact the minute we killed the stateside whale. You're not right. You're not wrong, I mean. You're not wrong. Get it right. I mean, the waves have already been questionable because they were like, oh, they are the bane of the city and everything, and then by the end of the Kento, we are just riding the waves, like we are surfing. Yeah, it's just you mostly get to breathe from corpos, wing and colors, but it gets harder to raid back the border. I mean, what do you want? What else do you want? It's not like there's much more to the city, you know? There's wings, syndicates, fixers, and we're done.
필연적.
And then there's the head.
절대적.
내 뒤로.
Like groups like
탑봉창.
we could compare the Blue Gang to, I mean, rather the new League of Nine Gladiators to the Blue Gang, but I think they are nowhere near close in power level. I'm sorry, Shawan, you suck. You are a fraud. You are nowhere near anybody in the Blue Gang, and that's the same for all of them. I cannot see them fight for the love of me. Gubo! Gubo is not a fighter. It's like you're giving Isang a gun. Those won't be level 90. Well, with Ego Gears, they can be power levels. So I really feel like if you want to fight the new League of Nine Gladiators, it has to be soon. It has to be pretty soon because the levels are not gonna follow. That's for sure. That's not gonna be power of Creeper, right? You're right in. They are right to all levels. Well, they can equip. You could say they could equip ID at some point. Though it would be very, very ironic for the guy who wants to destroy all mirror worlds to actually equip IDs. That'd be insane. So I don't think they would. They would equip Ego Gear though. And I'm looking forward to the drips. Come on, it's training gifts. Oh, close. Let me feel this. I'm missing stuff. Oh, I'm missing way too much actually. I'm missing the portrait. And I'm missing the keg. And the what was it? The endorphin kit. Right.
이 경로는 숨어들기 나쁘지 않군 그래.
Don wasn't a noble, he was crazy and declared himself a noble. Wasn't he? Like, he has the name Don thought there. Wasn't he still a noble? I thought he was. Maybe I misread it.
회풍. 탑봉창.
We're going to NCOP, yeah. I mean, we don't know if we're going to NCOP. It's likely, I feel like, because the only pass that has been brought up for Mersault is about NCOP, so it's not like we've got much more. But it's not impossible that we go somewhere else, you know. When I'm thinking about the Stranger, Mersault's job is clearly not the first thing I would think about. In fact, I don't even know what Mersault's job in the book is. It's pretty much never talked about.
한 점만 노린다.
That was like the beach one. I I mean, for the interval, it's not impossible we get something chill.
태풍.
I mean, it's likely. Some people have said it, but it's likely we get reconstruction of HQ intervalo, which would make sense. Some said, "Oh, imagine a mini game of reconstruction of reconstructing the HQ or something." I mean, at least DLC. He's all good to the point now.
탑봉창.
Nobody only name. I mean, name is enough.
육청.
Plus, like, you still had servants and that kind of thing.
벤다면 사활을 건다.
Those would be solved with Star. That's the name I forgot. The final bosses of Limbus. Yeah, it would make sense. Copy just final boss final. Yeah, that would... It depends. There's a whole wing war kind of deal still with W Corp. With Wayfair Corp wanting to take over W Corp. I think it's a Wayfair, guys. That's a nice name. We'll probably get the fight between them at some point. It's gonna be... Okay, the thing is I cannot delve too much into detail because
사활을
I would have to talk about Canon of Part 3, so...
내 뒤로.
I don't want to go too much into this bit.
절대지.
Because they destroyed the Mirror World, that'd be sick. I don't think that would happen because it's a gacha, so they would need a reason for us to be able to use IDs afterwards.
지금 폭로 지원하라.
Though they could do like something to prevent us from using IDs, that'd be sick. And extremely frustrating for the players. So I don't think they would. Do you think you can look at certain Magic-san? Yeah, sure. But like it's not huge, like it's alright. And Fell Bullet as well. You said 12-11, but Fell Bullet. He's saying as actual Fell Bullet. Favorite of the books, so I cannot wait for this. I can't wait for it. Yeah. I haven't read any of the Asian books. I haven't read almost any of the books. The Stranger is the only one I actually read recently. I'm not one to read too much. Not that I don't like it, it's just I never really find the motivation for it. But I know the synopsis of all of them pretty much. And the story. Hot take. Yeah, I'm late on comments. 21 and 2 was supposed to... Part 1 and 2 of Kanto 9 was supposed to be intervalo. We get smashed into one. No. I have actual no idea what the interval would be, but part 1 and 2 being interval would be too much now. Right, too much.
내 뒤로.
I think would have been. Unless they really... You could say that maybe would have extended a lot on this and... No, I think it's too much tied into the main story for it. Maybe it would have been something similar though.
한 점만 노린다.
Yeah, the intervals usually have a conclusion. Yeah, that as well.
탄하구만.
The book. Don't die, read the girl. But the way Peter went to the beach, killed a man, cause son, then got death penalty. It's a good kid. Yeah, that's alright. But I mean, socially standing and everything, that's not high or anything. Like it's not high.
아직 5번 더 갈라야 합니다.
Like I couldn't see it high in the power ranking of the city, you know, that kind of thing. But no, it's great. It is great.
사정 없이 몰아칠.
Heya.
지령대로 움직일 뿐입니다.
What should I focus building team on as a new player? Adept Faust or Lament Challenge on Kirote?
죄를 새겨주겠어.
If Adept Faust is Asial Faust, if I'm correct, the only problem is you cannot dispense any of the Asials now until next season. So the problem is I wouldn't recommend to build Asials because it would be a very, very hard thing to do right now. Because yeah, you can dispense any of the Asials or Lord Onglu, which is very important. This one especially.
정해진 운명이 결정.
So I could say more going into bleed with Dawn. with Lamenchal and Dawn. You need the other Blood Fiends. Well, you can't get Merciful, but it's not that important. It is very good, but it's not bad. Oh, gambling. No. What you will need is at least some other Blood Fiends, the Kuruku mode if you can, and Sanguine Desire on Rodia. That's about it. Unless you have a bunch of Ashos and Lord Onglo already, then you could go for a default.
뺀다. 4월을 걸려.
Also, we don't know if there's gonna be a full team.
노린다.
I feel like there's not gonna be a full team available like Ashos were in this season. Like, I don't think we'll have enough index members or middle members or that kind of thing to make full of team. So we would have to take back from previous seasons as well
아직
here.
5번 더
내
갈라야
뒤로
Mirror is not that hard to do, I'd say. It's just Dawn is locked behind Valve. But the rest is pretty well fair, so all older stuff.
지령에 따라
Well, W is, but you could take multi-crack instead of W is.
탑공참
Yeah, there's something missing in part 3 that me unsatisfied. I think part 3 was huge, so. I mean, I felt that satisfied, alright.
경로 지원한다.
But there's something missing. Like, again, I'll talk more about. I might have a guess, but I will talk more about it on Friday. As I said, I'll wait until like to make a proper review in case some people haven't done it yet.
예측할 수 없게
깔끔한 헤드샷. 리듬이 적절났다고.
수행되었습니다. 필연적
Canvas usually like, oh, you don't have the last IDs and you can play the Kanto.
회풍
No, they can't. That's the problem with gacha. You cannot make people use certain comps, you know. It's not like in Ruina. In Ruina, you have progression system and everything. You can get what you want pretty much when you want it. Alright, you just need to actually go to the level and farm 1 or 2 times. Kind on the farm as well. So, but you can't just do it in Limbus. As generous as it can be with the shards, and that's only if you actually pay the BP. If you didn't pay the BP,
지령을
that's
가리키는 곳으로
a bit more. Like we keep saying that the BP is the best investment in Limbus, and that's true. But that doesn't mean that everybody's gonna just buy the BP, you know. Some people are still fully free to play.
기꺼이
And those people would be struggling getting shards. We have to remember this. They would get 1/3 of all shards. So think about the shards you're getting and divide it by 3. Also, you don't have the BP paid egos. So before it was 3, now it's 2. But at least I don't think the paid egos this time on the Battle Pass are too important.
탑공참
They aren't bad, they're good, but they're not as important as...
4번이 비었어요.
경로 지원한다.
Well, they were kind of questionable last time as well. Russell quoted his mom is... No, the quote is... I can make it in French. But yeah, the quote is pretty much... Today, mom is dead. Or maybe it was yesterday. I don't know.
나를 배우는
And the quote is that, and if you want to know, it's like literally the start of the book. It's that Mersault receives a telegram, so a message that his mom died, and so he is to go to the retirement home where she was.
그 삶에
So you know he did not kill his mom, but it was
지금
the whole
지원한다.
thing about his mom is actually pretty important for the rest of the book, and mostly the second part of the book, because the book is like in 2 parts. The first part is his daily life, and the second is killing time. No, it's the second is the trial. Everything that's up to the trial and everything.
머리통이 적절났다고.
수행되었습니다.
And they change it in Limbus. Yeah, they slightly changed the formulation in Limbus, I think, but yeah. I think it's because
정해진 운명이라네.
some people said it's because they might not have the right to quote it or something like this. It's weird. I don't think it would change the.
답봉참.
지령대로 움직일 뿐입니다.
And Limbus is today killed. Some people said I think it might have been because it was a bit iffy to just quote the thing. But I don't know. But it is kind of major change. It depends if you read it or killing. The thing is, okay, I'm gonna enter more into the details of the book. But during the trials, there is a heavy argument about not care. Well, there is a whole situation about not caring about the actual facts and caring more about Mersault by himself. And there is kind of an argument brought by the prosecution that's pretty much saying, oh, the way he treated, he did it at the funeral and everything, it's like he killed his own mother. That's pretty much the argument that they try to bring out, which is messed up in the end. But I think it might be a reference to that. But the trial in the book is very absurd, and that's what actually the whole thing is about, absurdism. Oh, sorry, I lost my sound. Give me a sec. I can't see shit. There we go. There. So. They're going to adapt Mersault's conversation with prison chaplain, sorry. I mean, that's the... I think yes. And I think it might be like... Oops, wrong one. I think it might be like the... close to the climax of the book, because it's the most emotional moment of the Canto, I mean. Because it's the most emotional moment of the book. Because pretty much the only emotion... the only time Mersault expresses actual emotions. Hold on, I'm mixing up my stuff. I still don't have the portrait. I still don't have... Wow. Okay, not having upgraded egos right now. Some fusion ego gifts. Number Canto 9 story goes, and then it's very hard to imagine what can happen to I mean, yeah. Now it's hard to interval. I'm gonna be real. I don't even know for intervals as well. I guess we could. What can we do? I mean, intervals is always weird because it's entirely up to them. Like, there's no base material for guessing or anything. Like, it's just whatever they want to do. That's relevant. That's why I do think that the reconstruction of the LC or at least HQ is not unlikely. Maybe some tests again. Maybe another checkup, that that kind of thing. So maybe fighting more Pekaturas. Maybe actually seeing Pekatura stage 3s, like additional one, because we didn't see. It was kind of lacking. The enemy variety was kind of lacking recently. But yeah. I love a pronunciation. Now look at Cromer's siblings. Would she have siblings though? What do you do? Oh yeah. No, oh. Would she have siblings though? Would Cromer have siblings? I mean, parents, yes, but I don't think we're gonna see them. Like, the thing is, what reason would we have as Limbus company to see whatever is happening in N-Corp, you know? What we saw are just... I'm talking about Part 3, fuck. But we just saw teasers from their side. I mean, it's not new, actually. It happened before. We saw teasers from their side, but it's not like the sinners are going there. We actually know what's going there, or like Dante knows or anything. It's kind of weird when you think about it, because it's the only time, really, when you have info we get info that Dante is not getting. Like, it's very rare, and that's only one of the only cases. Which always makes me question it. Like, if it's a good thing. Yeah. And copy Inquisitor. And copy Inquisition, Electric Boogaloo. Racism 2.
그대
Prosthetic Boogaloo. Russell Wolf for NCOP, yeah. But I think I don't know how important it is, you know. Again, like one zone pass is not just about where they work. And again, the one thing that very bothered me is like when you take Mersault's book Mersault, you barely know where it works. I don't even remember if you actually know where he works. Where it worked. I don't even know if he's working.
내 뒤로.
이러면 쏠 수 있죠?
공로 지원한다.
결정. 해동.
So like putting it at the focus, like as a focus of Mersault for Mersault's Limbus is kind of weird to me.
그만 헤드샷. 작살났다.
운명적인
That's the weird part for me. Like, why do you put so much like
내 뒤로.
importance on where Mersault works in the first place? Like, it might be a red herring. I'm considering it might be. I don't think it is, just because of Vespa, but it might be. Because the interaction with Vespa saying, I know you. Oh, yes.
태풍.
I feel like it's gonna be relevant. It's just compared to the book, I don't see how it's relevant. But I guess it's in mundanity of the life. Because half of Mersault's book is pretty much daily life, as I said. It is daily life like narrated in the most objective way one could describe things. Like, it's a fully descriptive way from in first person. Always felt very weird. Like, it's funny when you consider Ryoshu comes in with Ryoshu before with Airscreen, everything is with unreliable narrators, you know, narrators with bias and that kind of thing. Mersault is a first-person narrator with the least bias I could see. In that, he's just great. He's just describing things, literally. That's what I love from Limbus Mersault, is how on point it is.
이런 것도 어렵지 않답니다.
Like Mersault just describing things in the most emotionless and just descriptive way possible. It really, when I read the book, I was like, this is on point. Book Mersault seem to have like more emotions actually than Limbus Mersault, but also we were seeing things from his point of view, so we had his thoughts and everything. If we had just the dialogue, we probably would have the same thing. Nice. Oh, shoot, like that is nothing happened. I've been emailing the idea, saying the idea that Mersault might have been like spy or traitor, that kind of thing. But I was thinking like on the account of Otis. That was my fine wit theory at the start, which is that maybe Mersault would be a traitor because he's the most hard, let's say, cold-blooded one.
내 뒤로.
If there was to be a traitor, I was thinking of this because of Otis. Because Otis is so weird. And especially because Otis Kanto follows Mersault. Like, if Mersault, Otis, I was like, oh, Mersault is betraying us by the end, then we get into Otis Kanto, and we finish with Faust by betraying Limbus Company or something. I don't think it's gonna go like that, so now. Now that I see the structure of the Kanto and everything, I don't think it can go like that.
필연자. 절대자. 지령대로 움직일 뿐입니다.
There's a lot of absurd theory for Kanto 9, and when people being disappointed, I think people set themselves up for failure.
예측할 수 없게.
Yeah, luckily I didn't see them. I had my few, but like I don't know. Like when I'm going into, I try to not have expectations, especially when I'm going into Kanto like this. I'm going in like
태풍.
I'm gonna enjoy a story. Like I'm gonna enjoy reading a book. All right. I don't think it's kind of the same with
찾지 못.
a lot of things like games in general and the kind of thing. Like you put yourself expectations, and when you're going in, you're expecting things, and if it's not what's happening, you feel like it's bad.
작살났다고.
When it's just
태풍.
no, just not what you expected. The question is it bad or not? I don't think it's bad. I don't think at any point,
지령대로 움직일 뿐입니다.
especially because I think a lot of Kanto 9 is still above, like subverting expectation, but still in an above way. Like I don't see what kind of absurd expectations you could have, so that Kanto 9 would be disappointing, especially the way it is, especially part 3. Part 1 and 2 you can discuss it, but part 3 you cannot. I don't see what, except the whole Rashomon thing, which is really something that should never have happened. I keep saying it.
지령에 따라 참격. 충족.
Like if people are disappointed because of that, really, I think they just deserve it.
태풍.
Obsessed with the stupid, obviously wrong theory that the theater was supposed to be different. So, yeah,
뽕창.
yeah, that stupid thing. I swear I cannot. I cannot do this one. I just can't.
지금
시야 확보.
And come on, he cannot disappoint you. He cannot disappoint you, really. It's just a weird theory. Like in the worst case, you're saying like, oh, it's a possibility, and if it doesn't happen, you're like, ah, yeah, whatever. If you're disappointed because of history, what the fuck?
기꺼이.
I mean, it could have been something, though. I'm gonna admit it. I'm gonna admit it. If it was
필연자.
really something happening, it could have been pretty huge. I'll admit that.
내 뒤.
But that's like, what? Why? How?
사정없이 몰아채.
It would feel so weird, and like you could not do.
지원한다.
And again, it's something
수행되었습니다.
like I've seen an explanation post on Reddit that I fully agree with. That
타겟 포착.
it's not even in the main Kanto. It's not something that most people will even see.
머리통에
What would be the? You cannot just do something that most people wouldn't see as a main gimmick or something. Like the best thing is bits of lore, like they do with flavor text in all the passives and everything in part 3. Yeah, there are a lot if you haven't done it.
탑뽕창.
Like I think most of my time in part 3 was reading lore, which I'm not against. I'm gonna be honest, I liked it. Though again, I would like it to be more accessible, like Dante's notes. Dante's notes are great. Like stuff like pages in Ruina, where you have a full companion mode. Hold on, let me do this real quick. I think I'm missing the portrait still. I don't know. Am I not? Am I not? I think I am. At least I have the kegs. Drawing people, it makes you more poised. Thank you, Limbus. But yeah, as I said, even if it's a theory, that would be incredible if it was true, really. Because it would be incredible if it was true, do not believe it in the first place. Just putting in the back of your mind and say, oh, if it is, it's huge. If it is not, well, okay. That's why it was too big anyway. That's why usually you shouldn't go in with expectations in the first place. Or like, there shouldn't be expectations. They are like moderate expectation, let's say. It's just weird. I'm pretty sure I can get the good gifts. Hold on. Yay! I only have two. I only have two, so that's the small problem of this story. That's what I forgot about. Yeah, let's just finish this one and go on to the next. What were you saying?
이런 임무는 뱀 중에서도
We'll skip a
내가
few messages.
제일이지.
Think like PTSD as the main side story in Merciless Kent. Yeah, sure. I mean, no, probably not the full side story. No, but it's gonna be a mention, of course. The thing is, yeah, again, I cannot talk about part 3 yet. I'll talk more about it in my next stream.
태풍.
이러면 쏠 수 있죠?
시야 확보.
But like, I feel like they have burned. What bothered me with part 3 is, I think I can say, they have burned all their jokers, I think. And, everything they could have done, they kind of did. Which is why I'm left like, what do you have left for the Skentos? Nothing, they're broke. That's why it's peak, but at the same time, a peak always mean that there is another side that's going down.
한 점만 노린다.
Alright, I can do that and into the book. Feel the bed fresh, to the
좋아,
fights.
실형에게
Weren't all that
불확실한 것은
great.
없네.
Yeah, I have a lot to talk about
예측할 수 없게.
on this. But for the book, the thing is also, Yosuke Akatagawa's work is kind of
내 뒤.
damage. Special contract. It's kind of weird because they are short stories, you know? How do you adapt a short story in a full Kento? Like, the Kento is longer than the book itself. Plus, like, it's a mix. It's actually, there are several. I think there's a spider thread as well in there, at the very least. It makes sense. And there might be a few more. There is not Rashomon, I think, though. That's the one thing I can say. Sorry. Oh, god damn it, I should stop. That's mean. Now, what was the, I remember, wasn't it Garden something? I don't remember the name of the book that was inspiration for the Russian thing. Alright, let me go into the next one. What did I say I wanted to play? I forgot. I already used my bonus last time to get the Rishigo, which I barely used, by the way. It's kind of costly and it's just awkward to fuel in poison anyway.
전부 자러 들어갔다고
Like it's best
방심하지
fueled in
마라.
burn, but it doesn't do shit in
파도는
burn.
낮과 밤을 가리.
What did I say I was playing? Sorry, I really forgot. I totally forgot. Oh no, we're talking about season 1 season 1 seeking, but I'm not doing this. Give me a sec. Oh, I know what I can do. Hold on. I have an idea. Something I wanted to do for a bit. I need to prepare it. Hold on. We're doing bleed rupture. I think we have enough right now. I was waiting for the time we would have enough. So like the 2 blood fin, like the 3 blood fins with it. And then, yeah, 5 blood fins plus 2 rupture. I can do, what the other one? I can do the infamous duo. There. And I can add a few more bleed support. This UI is so good. Hmm. Another good ego is for bleed, by the way. I'm really thinking about it. It's okay. You can do some funny stuff with it. I'm considering everything right now. I don't know. Let me learn that, and we're going back to the discussion. Yeah, sure. Bleed or Rupture main? Bleed. I mean, I could get one for fun, you know, a starter of each. That's funny. I like the idea. All right. Let me just... Ooh, smokes and wires. And if I do... And... No, it's not. For the order... Alright.
잘 됐네.
So... What were we saying? I mean, the fact that the Kento was rushed, I mean, it was kind of stated from the start. Like, if you did say, oh, we are having trouble completing it right now, they had to rush a few things, I think. They still did a lot. Like, the amount of work was still pretty impressive. Part 3 at least. 1 and 2 are kind of probably a bit rushed.
행진했고 이것이 성공의 피날레다. 왕의 기운은 하사한.
You can command I think to check his resume. You're saying it like Limbus company didn't do stuff to sabotage their own corp right now. Like from OT's story, it's pretty clear that I was talking about Pastor of course, but from OT's story, it's pretty clear already that Limbus company sabotage themselves just to get like the nurse father in and just to be, I don't know, just to do whatever they want to do. So like they could get a spy in their midst just for the sake of their mission. Universal equals possible. Yeah, I didn't think about it. I would have bowed myself if it happened though. Rojan is still the least special singer. I mean, it's Rojan. Poor girl, but yeah. He said real players will always read the passive skills first with that extra lore in the passive. Which is one way for illiterate players to read. I mean that's true. But if they don't read the passive, why do you think they would read the lore, like some of them? Like, would they read the story in the first place? I don't know. I don't know how all those people work. I'm not like this. I read too much, actually.
많은 것을 모른 채 할 순 없으니.
We want the content to be like the books. What's your favorite? Oh yeah, remember the wall thing. I wonder what's happening then, because I remember again. I think it was Kento 8 especially. That was like some people want the Kentos to be like actual interpretations of the book rather than their own thing. When it's a more like a tribute to the book. Than an like a representation or interpretation of it. I think it's the right way to say it.
더욱 수월하게 퍼레이드를 벌이겠군.
One most away from the book. I felt like that Kento 7 was pretty close to not the book itself, of course, but the whole feeling of the book. Like, though I haven't read it, I read a few parts and things, and just know the overall feeling of Don Quixote's stories. And it felt very fitting, the whole stories we had with from time to time with Samson narrating them, that kind of thing, and just the end as well, the Blood Fiends Noble kind of thing. I just like it was very book-like. The 8 could not have been adapted. Like, the 8 is way too long and intricate and complex for it to be adapted to it. And in opposite way, 9 is way too short. Like, S-Screen is way too short to be adapted in a Kento. And again, it's not Kim Ji-hoon's goal to adapt to make like direct interpretation of the book or representation, that kind of thing. It's not the goal. It felt like it because it makes a lot of references to it, but it's, as I said, I feel like it's more a tribute than an actual interpretation. Now I'm thinking about it, like Kim Ji-hoon is saying like in the it's his realization or something. Project Moon's work is realization, that kind of thing. But I wonder then what would be his ego. I wonder what ego he would give himself. That'd be funny to see. That's something people should ask him. I don't think he ever answered. Unless he said PM is his ego. It could be. That'd be interesting. That'd be an interesting twist. I can't buy it. I could. Nah, not worth it. I need to upgrade one carry though. If you miss the opportunities to have a good villain in Orikawa or the daughter getting burned. Your shoe story was okay. I think if you think about the burning carriage as, again, I don't want to talk about part 3 too much, but if you think about the burning carriage as the vortex of Muga, everything makes sense. And Orikawa being like the fingers.
실밥이 터졌나? 기원을 같이 그대로 무너져
도끼를 보내라. 저 해충들을 도려내라.
I probably said too much with that.
묘야.
Last time we stick too close to the original book, we got a character who basically has no plot going forward in Ishmael. Was it? I felt like Ishmael was post-book, the whole thing about Ishmael. Like I haven't read Moby Dick, so I don't know how much it extends. Everything gonna suck here. Hold on. Also, actually, I want, I kinda need... Where is it? That's chicken. Otherwise, I won't have enough rupture count. I need a chicken, boys. Give me the chicken. Also... Yeah, give me threaded needles. Ah. Couple canal simulator. Let's go. Oh, good. Wait, what? What? Wait, what? I thought they couldn't be, like, they had to be an event. Like, it had to... what? I thought it had to be an event anyway. Like, I thought the 2 events were supposed to be here in any case. I've been bamboozled.
시비수에게 물었나. 이 앞에 숨지는 자.
But the M1 event really doesn't match with Ishmael going forward. Yeah, Ishmael didn't... She's indeed into D&D. Yes, she's discovering stuff, she's discovering games now. I don't... Yeah, no... I mean, I'm trying to think about the Sinners post-Kento, what they've been doing. The thing is, Rodia, the 3 first didn't have their things fully completed in a way, so... It makes sense we see more for them. Yi-Sang has been getting more and more character development, actually. Like, bit by bit, we see his... Like, we often tend to see his... Like, the admiration. For the other... Yeah, I admit Ishmael didn't get much. Heathcliff... The Heathcliff is not that far off from how he was, I want to say. Don... He's putting a bit more restraint, maybe? It's not that far off, and Onglu... Onglu, we barely see him talking still. So it doesn't change much. Well, there is maybe a bit more of emotion. I think it was shown once or twice. It's a bit soon as well for Onglu to get the repercussions of it. So we'll have to see. No, I think I've been bamboozled.
피를 머금을 시간이네.
Ishmael has nothing to do. She's very rich, but yeah. Okay. I mean, yeah, you see what you mean. I mean, the whole D&D thing is actually probably a bigger deal than we might think, because it's just her discovering things now. Now that she has done a revenge, she can discover things, you know. So in that regard, it's pretty nice. But there hasn't been that much of it. Yi-Sang is way more. You can see it in Yi-Sang way more. The change. I'll definitely crash out at some point, actually. But yeah, I'm very curious about Ishmael's reaction. But most Sinners' reaction to their antagonist, I would say. But yeah, Ishmael might be the biggest one, though. But Ishmael is very weird. Like, I'm still not over Ishmael's Kanto, because yeah, the way you go away from your revenge is actually not killing the person you want to kill, which is always weird because in every other Kantos we've killed the antagonist. Like, it's the only time we have a really bad antagonist, we don't kill them. And the worst part is we don't kill them, but we leave her in the whale, so she's supposed... we guess she would die or something, but she didn't. Like, she's gonna come back, and Ishmael will be like, no, I'm over you and everything, but I still have to beat and kill you. I cannot see a way where it's properly done. The whole thing is still kind of messing me a bit. I understand the symbol is symbolic, but
도끼를 보자.
is
저
good?
해충들을 도려내라.
Like in the grand scheme of things?
이제 깨치시길.
Like Powerbook is fine because it stopped there. It would stop there, but all the things.
넌 푸름을 틔울 수도 없겠구나.
이번에 네 피분수. 이번에 네 피분수.
Cut the book close or not and see how the motivation going forward. Yeah,
승리로 이끌.
that's a bit what I'm saying, I think. One thing of clueless people that thought of Vespa was straight up just this
가족이 되기
guy's clerk named Ray. What? I've never heard of this one. I'm gonna admit I never heard of this one. I still remember when I saw Vespa, I said it at the start of the part 3, but when I saw Vespa, I actually freezed for a sec because I wasn't sure it was him. Because that's been a long time since I saw his thing, and the haircut is actually what bothered me the most. The drip as well a bit, but the haircut being reversed is kind of what actually bothered me the most. And I was like, wait, I don't remember you like that. I need a bit more. Because I checked afterward the artwork, the original artwork from Vespa, and yeah, he's there back. His front hair going back, where here he just let his tang hang. Like a bowl cut. It is kinda weird. But I'm happy to see him. Though the wall, I'm worried because, you know that the wall, oh, Distortion Detective fans hate well this Kento, you know? And yes, we hate well. The question I'm asking is, wouldn't you? I would prefer to hit instead of. Okay, let's draw a picture here, all right? Instead of eating some crumbs, or at least like a decent meal, let's say, all right, let's go eat a decent meal in the Kento. I'd rather eat a whole damn buffet out of the Distortion Detective game, you know? I'd rather have the whole buffet. And what I'm worried about is, with the importance they got, I'm worried that Kim Ji-woon just want to integrate them in Limbus and not do an actual game. So I'm more worried than actually glad, you know? Like, that's why I have trouble rejoicing over the facts. It really feels like we're not gonna get a Distortion Detective game. And if we ever get one of them as an ID, we are screwed. We are so fucked. It's over. I still remember when the first Valpurgis art was announced, and they said it's an occasion for us to bring back characters from other games, Lobotomic Operation, Labyrinthina, and potential future games like Distortion Detective. They said it. And I'm scared it's not in the books anymore.
실밥이 터졌나?
행진했고
I think the Detective fans are the worst of any specific Nosferatu. I'm so sorry. We're just enthusiastic of seeing them again. We have been starved.
넌 푸름을 틔울
We are
수도
very
없겠구나.
starved of content for Distortion Detective. We want more of it, and we're taking everything we can. Well, I don't really include myself in the group because I'm not talking about it much. I said I'm not hyping it up that much. I'm just glad to see them. But yeah, if you mean the fight, if you mean for the fight, yeah. It's not that much. I think they didn't take that the worst group, but more like they made the most boring fight. That's the problem. Let's go there. Because I didn't understand what you were saying. Well, it's Ring and Sun, but as a little unpredicted factor, let's say, going in both. So yeah, that happened. But at least the fight themselves were good as well, though. The fights themselves against the Ring and the Thumb were very great. And I said I was going to talk much about it. Okay, now I'm gonna. That might be mentioned then, here and there. We're gonna change it to that. But I mean, I think someone would care about doing the Kanto wouldn't watch a stream before. I've been avoiding. When part 3 released, I've been avoiding YouTube homepage like the best. Any thumbnail I could see was hidden from my sight. When I saw Millie release their song, I put the hand in front of the screen. But still. I'm gonna be honest. When I stream Kanto, the Kanto, the part 3, somebody actually asked, or they said in the chat when I was doing the fight, said, "Oh, it's the second fight, right?" And I was like, "What? What? What do you mean second fight?" And then I got to it. I was like, "Okay, I see." That's a bit lame, I'm gonna be honest. It felt like padding. I don't think the Kanto needed any padding, so really feels weird. Like the others were kinda justified. This one, not really. But well, that's what happened when you don't make good fights. Like you have to pad with something, yeah. It's not like I'm disliking it though. But at least for part 1 and 2, the enemy variety was very lacking, like insanely lacking. Which is probably why they could afford a bit more animations on the other side. Man, like the Amno fights. When I say I wanted more Amnos, alright? When I said I wanted more Amnos, I meant like new Amnos. I think they didn't understand that. I thought it would be easily implied. I think it wasn't. PM, can we have new Amnos, please? There is a bunch. Like we already. We might have. I'm trying to think about it. I will need to calculate that. I think soon we might have more Amnos in egos than we've had in fight. For the new one, at least, which I think is the first. Well, I'm saying this, but there were a lot of different Amnos at the start. Yeah, but we also had a lot of Amnos to fight, so might be actually. Like Ebony Queen, like I'm thinking of the first pass egos, Ebony Queen, Sweet Sack, Telepole, Legend of the Main. They all had the boss fight already. Yeah, I feel like yeah, we have a problem. We have Yin Long in the back, alright. In the Amnos we have to see. We have Yin Long, we have Centipede. I don't remember the name. The Poison Centipede or whatever. We have. Thank you. Now we have Butterfly, whatever. I've never seen ever before. We have. I'll go first. The voodoo girl. We have. Invite the pearl. We have freaking Duchess. I remember when Indicans Royale, Burning Duchess. I remember when Burning Duchess was introduced in Indicans Royale. I was like, who the fuck are you? And why are you a seasonal ego? Like, it was the first Valve ego without any relationship to previous node, because the Valve were based on previous Railway final boss. So you could say, oh, that's why it's a seasonal ego. But there you had an ego, which was Indica's Triumph from the Burning Duchess, which was not printed at all during the season. And some people thought, oh, maybe it's next season's Railway. We didn't get any.
또한 용서할 테니.
So we still have an we know nothing about. We got a Valve ego for no reason. And it was seasonal. And I'm still mad about it, yeah. A bit like Don's banner. Can you check the pearl, please? That's a shell. Hey, then you're fine.
불가 위야
목을 떨고 싶어.
막아내지 못해.
Is this World War One not you? Well, I read the passive before, and so I already knew. The passive and the tag, so I already knew before the question.
실밥이 터졌나?
I got because they have the effect of showing these enemies are so strong they take 2 fights, so not 1. Kira as well? I'm not sure if it shows it too well, I'm gonna be honest, but fine.
가족을 위해
도끼를 보라. 저 해충들을 도려내라.
이제 깨치시게.
One big power scaling thing they've still kept from Limbus is RFs. Yeah, I'm almost surprised. Like, the Alephs not being released yet is good, especially because people have been every season saying, "Oh, is this an Aleph?" I swear, when I see it, I'm like, "No, it's not an Aleph." Mersaults is questionable because we're gonna have enough valves on everybody. He has 2 already, so that's gonna be questionable. And I don't think so. There might be a 3rd valve. But yeah, is this Aleph is a joke at this point. Is this an Aleph? And I don't think... I still don't think it's gonna be anytime soon. I'm gonna put you at 2. I don't have enough gifts. Oh, wait. I got 2 shenanigans before an Aleph ID. Or ego at least. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Like I said, the Aleph ranking not being there still follows the correct power ranking, I'd say. Power creeping. Oh, great.
떨거지는 잘라낸다.
Like, it makes sense for it not to be released. Like, it makes much more sense for it not to be released now than us fighting with colors. And I still don't expect it before maybe the end of Inferno, to be fair. Could have had more stage 3 Picatula instead of the 2. I think they could have added at least one new one. Come on, please. But at the same time, we don't even know if they're a stage 4. Like, they said, oh, it might be the last stage. I think there's a stage 4 in Liberia. But maybe not before a long time. The thing is that at the start, the stages were not 1, 2, 3, 4. They were like Zain, A, TSA. So we are the A1 right now. So it implied there was supposed to be a Vav and an Aleph. But maybe not. Maybe the Aleph like is a distortion. When you go into Aleph, you're actually in a distortion.
떨거지는 잘라낸다.
Stage 5 would be different, but I think we would have a stage 4. I wonder what they're keeping them for then. The other stage 3. Because really, considering the... Okay, I'm gonna make a guess. I'm gonna make a wild hunt guess, which is that
가족이 되게
they just didn't have time to make the stage 3 Picatulas. Can we agree? Can we agree that they actually weren't ready at the time, and we're like, oh fuck, we have to replace them with something, and we had more mannequins. What are the chances of it? Because you know the Kento was rushed and everything. What are the chances? I'd say they're not too unlikely. Should have taken this. Yeah, I think the CP. I'm fine. There's something better. Not that much. Because it is weird to not have them. So yeah, I do think they just didn't have time. Funny.
왔냐? 와카슈쯤 되시면
Though that makes me wonder if he will at any point, because I don't wanna fight you. Yeah, fight you.
어떤 조직 놈들인지 면면 좀 받을까?
I wanna see them. I wanna see the stage 3 Gurei, Superbiai, and which one's that one? Luxurai.
꽤 뚫려라.
이 앞에 숨쉬.
Also, we're supposed to be we're supposed to be having Tiferet as next power, and I'm really curious. Because as we saw in part 2 at least, Malkuth is Malkuth. Like it's not Ira, it's not Luxuria, whatever, so it's just Malkuth. So we're left with 3 scenes and a non-described one, and the 3 scenes are very likely, in my opinion, to be Gurei for Netzak, Luxuria for Odd, and Nvidia for Yesod. I think they're just gonna go for the colors. They've been doing it
가족이 되게
like quite a bit so far. So what is Tiferet?
엎드리도록.
Tiferet might just be Tiferet. I was thinking of Shin and Mang,
떨거지는
but because of Malkuth, it's not as likely. There's also all this thing about madness and angst, like that's supposed to be 2 more scenes. I don't know though. I really don't know about it. There might have been scratch ideas, I'm gonna be honest. It might happen at some point, we don't know. It's early though. I think not before the end of Inferno. The more time guarantee would be more varied fight for 1-2. That's a possibility, yeah.
왕의
Maybe we would even have add a new Amno, maybe.
가족이 되게 약하고
너희의
소리가 들리는 것
이
같군.
혈투를 승리로 이끌.
때가 왔.
떨거지는 잘라낸다.
Because when big shoes read all enough to every bundle of the quarters.
터졌냐?
They did, but I think they just... The pink shoes I think didn't move because, you know, the shoes cannot move by their own. I wonder who took them though, then.
아류탄 투평을 육시.
Who put the shoes? I mean, that's a weird one. But yeah, we have... Because we don't know if the HQ has more amnos and everything. I'm very curious. I would love a list of amnos. I would love if in the intervalo they actually... Like maybe we'd have to calm down a few more amnos. That kind of, I don't think we would, because I think they've been all stopped and contained before we went into part 3. It would make sense.
카니발 타임.
I don't think they would have left rampaging amnos before leaving. Oh, we're gonna take a break, have fun. Come back. Bleh.
불가 위에
시기수에게 나왔나.
막아내지 못할
이 앞에 숨쉬자.
Okay, I need new amnos soon. I'm in a severe lack of abnormalities,
도끼를
especially because I loved
저 해충
the backlogs during the part 2, all 1 and 2, all the backlogs for the unknowns. I love them and I want to see more. I don't think we'll see more. We'll see more classic ones then, because they're not in the end of the LCE. Sorry,
실밥이 터졌나?
but yeah, I have a need. I love unknowns,
포기하게.
but they are one of my favorite parts of Project Moon games. I want to see more of them. And I've been starving. There were, like, I'm trying to think back. There were none in last Kanto. There were no new in this Kanto. I am starving.
따뜻한
At least Ebony Queen got a nice glow up. I think that's the best thing that happened.
너희의
소리가 들리는 건가?
이 혈투를 승리로 이끌
죄인인가?
아류탄초 경혈 육수 찢겨라.
감내해야 할 것.
Also, again, mentioning the fight, not mentioning the fight we had. All right, there aren't that many that could be incorporated in a railway. I thought about it. If we got a new railway, I don't think we can get much of those in part 3 without quoting them. I can see 2, and I would think we would guess which one.
하사하리라. 너는 가족이 되기엔 약한.
너희의 무기로 이 혈투를 승리로 이끌겠다.
But I don't know what they will do for next railway.
따스한
I don't want a railway 2 Bogak yet.
약하고
Nobody wants a railway Bogak 2 anyway. I mean, a lot of people don't want a railway Bogak 2 anyway, because it's railway 2. So if they do a new railway, I don't know how they'll do it. If they will mix like Kanto 8 and 9, or if they will do the one that was supposed to be before. I feel like they kind of screw themselves with what happened. I think they will mix them up also. I think we'll have a railway for
만국된 직선,
a mix-up of
직선으로
like
질주하겠어.
what should be 6 and 7. Maybe they... Did I say 6 and 7? Fuck it. I'm out. I'm out. They got me.
그쪽도 죄인인가?
They're gonna do a railway 6, 7 and people are gonna blast off. It's over. I'm about to lose my shit. I know it already. I see it. I already see it in my mind, written in big letters. It's over. I'm so done. I'm done.
행진했고 이것이
But most seriously, yeah, I do think they will do like a mix of what should have been Railway 6 with what could have been Railway 7, and gonna call it Railway 6, I guess.
왕이
I hope we see Yinlong though. I think Yinlong is one of the unknowns I want quite the most. Would probably be an insanely cool fight.
따뜻
It's a big fucking dragon.
엎드리도록
It's a big fucking dragon. The fight may be insane.
포기하게.
시비수에게 명한다.
Imagine if there's a part like we're supposed to fight in his stomach or something. That'd be hard.
묘야
Would be a great railway boss.
키울 수도 없겠구나. 따스한 피 스며드는
이제 깨우치시게.
너는 가족이 되기엔 약하고
So the theme would be nice.
또한 용서할 테니
I'm scared. I don't want them to mess up railway.
포기하게.
Like that's my source of joy in gameplay in this game. I don't want to lose it. Though 939 was pretty neat. Was it 9? No, 945. 945. And I'm actually worried what they're gonna do. Where are the unknowns? Where are the railways? Where is the new mod you want to do? That you have too many new mod. There is too much stuff to do.
무기를 만드는 것만큼 내가 어버이보다 뛰어나.
죄인인가?
Period. I was thinking for the red. No, there's just too much to do actually. What are you gonna do? What you gonna do when you have no more room? But well, before that, we're probably gonna have new MD, maybe Valve. I don't know if we'll get Valve on when was it? November. So March or February. I think that'd be March. I think it'll be March. Or they might do one in February, and then they'll do one in April for the actual Valpurgis not. When was the when the day for the like the actual day for Valpurgis not? Isn't it like April or May? I think it's before May. All right, what do I do here? Hold on. Oh, there are a few. Should have beat this one. All right. Hey, that's the second time. Let's go. Fucking hell. If I didn't have it already, I'd be pretty glad, but god damn it. Yeah, I'm not gonna get the Rico CPM, am I? In a quick run, yeah. That would have been better in a full run. I mean, I could have gotten the full way with this one. No. I don't want to take the full time. I'm trying to think. Can I fuse anything? I think I'm missing too much. I don't even remember. I need the Milarka. Can I? Well, the good thing with it though is that I can do stuff like this. Do I have it for rupture? What is with Thunder Branch? Which one is it? Pistol. Oh, I'm missing this. Can I do it? Can I do it? Yes. May I see it? Yes. Hey, yes, I just got it. I just randomly got it. That's funny. The thing is, it's the second time I get it, so like I already had it in my compendium, so I'm not that bad about it. I'd rather have the other one. Also, unfortunately, I'm not gonna do 15 floors. That would have been better. Well, it's not like the gift is important anyway. I could sell it. I could sell it for big money though. Next floor. That's funny.
불가 위야. 막아내는 살.
토끼를 본다. 저 해충들을 도려내라.
틈새.
묘여.
Because like the other way.
길을 열어.
No claim. No claim. No claim. No bone. No claim. That bones. Where were you in part 3, by the way? I haven't seen. I haven't seen you. That was a bit of a teaser that never happened. Like I thought about it at the end, I was like, wait, where's Kim? Like I said at the start, oh yeah. Well, I said Engdu and Kim were taking part, and Engdu was in the back, so.
왕의 비호를 하사한다.
틈새.
Maybe we'll actually see Kim in the next interval, that means. That's not impossible.
그쪽도
시비 수행인가? 이 앞에 숨쉬는 자 누구나 살려주지 마라.
Bamboo hat.
엎드리도록.
Be you twice today. Rough time. Rough time to be distorting.
따스한 피. 너는 가족이 되기엔 약하군.
Rehabilitation at Tevado, where we need to fix the facility and rehabilitate the employees. That could be. Well, the thing though that makes me wonder is that I think. Well, I can't say much actually. Whatever. Yeah, let me take the bamboo hat for no reason, so I can sell it. I sell the hat. I like it actually. What do I finish with? I could finish. Oh, that's funny. Shadow bamboo hat. Let's take the two hats. Out of CRP again.
필두. 출진.
Yeah, let's say like that.
떨거지는 잘라낸다.
But we'll see what happens. I have actually no... Outside of this redoing the HQ thing, I have no idea what the interval could be about, the first one. The second one could be a trip to NCorp or us arriving in NCorp or whatever they want us to bring us. Wherever they want to bring us for Mersol's Kento. Yeah. So that if you want a really awkward moment, alright?
해충들을 도려내라.
If you want a really awkward moment and ask a very awkward question to our dear director, alright? You ask him, what's gonna be the second rerun for next season? And you should see big drops of sweat coming out. Because second rerun for next season should be outside. And that's where everything goes out. And that's where we have a big problem.
포기하기.
시비수에게 명한다. 이 앞에 숨쉬는 자 누구나 살려주지 마라. 행진의 꽃. 이것이 서로
Thinking about it is making me laugh a bit. So I'm sorry for Kim Ji-woon, but I'm very excited to see what he's gonna say because he's gonna be in a pickle. He's gonna be in a lot of pickles.
놈을 틔울 수도 없구나.
One more event, I want a new railway in Twittervalos. I want new railway as well.
이 혈투를 승리로 이끌고.
포기하기.
Interval. Well, we should get the two intervalos anyway. But the railway seems so far from my grasp. Come back! I need you.
목을 떨고 정작 이 정도 탕류의 허덕이나.
Bokak, Gokak. Even turns have been rerun already. Technically, they could be fuckers and do like Hell's Chicken rerun. You know they could. They haven't done this one and they haven't done the sea event rerun as well. They could. They could do rerun for those two instead. And that's be. And you would hear the middle Tojo because that would be a big middle finger.
카니발 타임.
To not to date, it has been manifested. The mind has already spoken, and hear the music.
그쪽도 죄인인가?
목을 떨고 주마.
But when the Bogak is, didn't they do? Oh wait, maybe they did it before. The Bogak might have been before the. When was it? I don't remember. Let me check the extraction. That's a good way to remember. The banner history from last season. Sorry. Oh yeah, we had 2 banners last season, and then Valtogis, and then it was a rerun. And Spirit Cultivation happened after a while. So I get the rerun it before, but I'd say not before a month. I think you can expect 2 more banners before we see the rerun. Wait, the same before? It was the same before. Yeah, you can expect a month at least. Could be more. Because you have, after the Kento, you have this big period of time where they have to catch up. Because they were rushing the Kento so hard. I saw the Taman Bongi song. I saw it. Yes, I'm gonna be. Yeah, I did hear it. Run, Bongi, run! Fucking hell. What is this? I don't know like if it's something that's supposed to happen that is supposed to happen or that was supposed to happen and didn't. But the 2 of them, it might be the April Fool, you know? Like April Fool in 2 months and a half. Might be it. I have to prepare for it. I want to do something by April Fool as well. I need to prepare. Distorted pizza still, nah. No, not the red Bongi, no. Red Bongi. I see that Matthias I can look at the middle thing again. Yeah, I mean, I don't think he's the only one in the middle that would act like this. Like the fingers, unfortunately, I've been thinking about it, but the fingers are kinda irredeemable. The only one redeemable somewhat is the pinky when you consider stuff like Gongshu or Dilu. But the fingers in general are kinda irredeemable. The way he's showing invading bleed now is bleed rupture. That's why. A reminder that we have 3 blood fiends equipped with rupture. And yeah, fighting MD Ricardo. Rip. I mean, they kicked out Matthias because he did too much, alright? But because he asked, but that doesn't mean that the other wouldn't do the same or that they didn't think about it at the very least, you know? That they have no motivation. The thing is, Moses does say that loyalty for the middle is like a mask. Like it's a mask of loyalty for their, like, to be feared. Because you have like, oh, they're loyal, so they will beat up anyone that beats up the family, you know? That's why they have changed as well, when you think about it. So that doesn't mean that they won't necessarily, you know? It's like prescript, they don't necessarily believe in it. It's like the thumbs hierarchy. Like they apply it, but you see a lot of time where they're like, what the fuck is happening? And the ring, they're just crazy bitches. I don't know. The ring, if they didn't experiment on corpses and on the human body, would be redeemable, because imagine if instead of doing body sculptures, they made actual art, you know? Like just painting. Like simple painting. That'd be nice, right? They'd be redeemable, right?
아는 것을 모른 채 할 순 없으니.
Art is art. I guess art is art. Yeah, I didn't have shitty personality as much as. Well, think about it in the context of Otis, alright? Who's supposed to be stronger, Matthias? Like Matthias, no question. So you're supposed to be a great brother, when Ricardo is a big brother. That's interesting. I'm missing a lot of stuff, unfortunately. Could have done this as well. Missing the battery. Maybe I can do it. Goodbye. Goodbye, little hat. Fucking hell. There's the battery. Where am I? I need the nail. I should have taken the stuff. Fine. There we go, got everything. I didn't do whatever. I have no money, I'm broke. I forgot rupture, some broke rupture. Yeah. Yeah, it's not important at all, don't worry about it. I mean, even if you look at the levels, Ricardo is only supposed to be 60, which is why I'm still surprised we're not fighting. I do think, well, we might. We're supposed to get the Nocturnal Sweeping rerun, so that might be when we get the Ricardo ID. And it might also be the last time we see Ricardo, so. That is just... If I may split quand est-ce qu'on est. Yeah, I strongly with Kanye. Yeah, that's insane. I wish you always eat Surastika in your voice rotary. I could see that, but though like Onglo is supposed to be very, very fast, so he tends to be the fastest usually. Well, it depends how much you have, because like here I have 511 range. Where is it? This one? Yeah, here. You can get total max speed. here. Depends how much HP you have. If you don't have that much, you don't have that much speed. It's like mostly for sure.
이 아픔 진짜 누구 하나 살려보지.
General skills 1, does that work?
도끼를
Ricardo we know that he's just gonna walk away. That'd be weird. Like Ricardo Ray was a really great red thread, I think.
도려내라.
It was a very good way of also showing like the Sinner's progression. I think Ricardo was a very good opponent to have in general. Just a very nice red thread, as I said.
가족이 되게
The rocket team effect, yeah.
가족이
The
되게
thing is, if we're increasing his strength,
소리가 들리는 건가?
the thing is, if we don't even have a conclusion for him, that'd be very sad, really. And like we're starting to go above his level now.
아유탄초 경연국시
But it's the middle, so he might just come back with a big great sister instead or something. I don't know.
이제 깨우치시게.
For the manifest ego. I don't know if Ricardo would have ego. That's something I've heard a few times, but I
폭죽 소리가 들리는 것 같군. 허리와 피날래.
actually ego might be a question. I heard distortion, but distortion I don't think so. Ego though, not impossible. Ego air coupon. Working with us grizzly ass air.
따스한 피.
So let me explain in 10,000 places.
넌 푸름을 틔울 수도 없겠구나.
See, we will get off the and like that. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think that's enough. Though on this part, that is very likely to, like Kira with Kira, the part with Kira is very likely to happen in the interval, I'd say. Again, I really didn't want to talk much about the pathway.
하사한다. 그래, 나는 가족이 되게 약하군.
I make a full review like on Friday. I'll be talking about it a lot more. I want to make a kind of review of the whole thing. The good, the bad, and the ugly. Or rather, the good, the medium, and the mediocre. Yeah. That's good.
소리가 들리는 것 같군.
승리로 이끌
죄인인가?
Tracy got Lucius purple Koopa. Lucius air. And he attacks with his air or something. Wow. Charges puzzle. That's what that was disposed of, right?
아유탄초 경연국시 뚫리고
내 피가
엎드리도록
따스한 피. 나는
Well, they're curious about the Intervalo and Merciful skin, so. But first, yeah, Friday I'll be making a review and closing the page on Kento 9.
이 혈투를 승리로 이끌
I know that's 1 week might be short, like some people might not have cooled down enough, let's say, before Friday, or even done it post all a few. But I'll argue, like the thing is, I know a lot of fans just did it right when it came out, and I know if I didn't stream, I would be one of them.
가족이 되게 약하군.
But yeah, I wanna close the Kanto and not come back to it later too much. Survive. This is a real survival fight, alright? That's a fight where you survive for real. Survive is not a word I've seen much of in the Kanto, unfortunately, with how it's befitting. Anyway. Let's end the run. Chains of loyalty. Yeah, makes sense. And then statues. Be prepared, you're gonna see them quite a few. Quite a bit. I don't know if I'll play middle next time. I want to, but I don't know if I will have Ishmael at this point. I might not pull.
멸망한 그 땅으로 돌아갈 때까지 보아라. 저들이 우리의 모습을 우러러 보는 것을.
Yeah, muscle was first slot. Makes sense. I think you get to fight way too gimmicky.
전부 자러 들어갔다고
Get to that about
방심하지 마라.
story. I get the
파도는
fight
낮과
spotted
밤을
to MD
가리지
eventually without the gimmicks.
눈 크게 뜨고 잘 지켜보라고.
No, I'm sorry, but MD is a wall gimmick by itself. So like, the best you could have said is like, the important fights are ported to Railway, where you have an actual proper setup. Though like even with buffs, it's can't I have a simple fight where I can test my IDs and everything? Do I have to go to Lei Hang again? All fights are supposed to have gimmick nowadays. Because even Railway 5, when you think about it, there's a wall buff system still. So it's better than MD, but Railway Hive. Yeah, what's Railway? Yeah, which was fucking man. Can I play the game? Can I just play the game? For fuck's sake. Maybe next week or the week after that. I'd say the week after, but it could be next week. I don't think it's gonna be much longer. I'd like it to be in 2 weeks as well, because that'd be just enough time for me to clear this thing. And so I'll have everything done. Well, I won't have those, but I'm fine with it. I'm fine. They are not in the completionist, they're not here, I'm fine. For your weekly. Nah. As a meme. Anyways, with middle, I'm definitely not biased about anything. You know, I love Envy. Envy team might be... The Envy team is one of my favorite teams right now. I'd say my favorite even. So if we're gonna have a nice spot here. I don't know if I stay on Pico. I think I should... Oh yeah, because I play charge actually. I don't even make the difference anymore. I just play charge. This is my actual Envy team. Wait, may I see the difference? This is old. I didn't update it. No, see, though, it's fine. It's enough of Bugges. Just enough of Bugges. I mean, I have trouble disassociating charge from Envy yet. There's not enough middle yet for it to be easy to disassociate. It would be better once we have Ishmael. It would be okay once we have, if we have Matthias, the Matthias ID, and then we need 2 more for a full team. But as long as there is stuff like QH done, it's gonna be tough. One thing. I think we have those, yeah, those 2 as well. Me. What do you want to check? I wanted to check yeah, this thing. The everlasting chains of bond. Like I'm thinking, is it better in MD to play them or to play QH Dawn? Need to play middle or QH Dawn? Because between this and the Book of Vengeance. I'm kinda annoyed though that Ishmael only has 1 Envy skill, I'm gonna be honest. and it's skill 3. Like, you're gonna have to use the counter itself a lot. And like, it's pretty fight dependent. Problem is when you use counter, you don't gain SP. So that's the problem. But you have, I think the thermal blade does give SP, so that's fine. And you have some burn count, so you should be able to sustain it enough. So it should be fine. $115 level. I've been playing. I haven't even farmed that much. It's just like I played what there was to play. And you don't want to see my numbers of hours like 1,300. I just checked. Favorite high defection might be middle. I have a soft spot for the UN burn because of season 1, and I liked playing Ray 1 with burn because I was a masochist. But Pablo. But I mean, we're too used to IDs having 2 scenes of their main, like if they're raised base to have 2 scenes. Technically, the first 2 middle didn't have 2 NV like here, but at least the skill 2 was the NV one, you know. So the thing with middle down, for example, is here. You have 2 of them, that means you have 2 skills for this, for NV, that's nice for NV res. And for skill 3, you have also the offensive resonance here. But you can proc it just with counter, because counter will give you an NV skill 3, so it's fine. This and this is fine. But for Ishmael, the skill 2 requires resonance as well. But that means, it still fucks up the NV chain, so that's very awkward. Breakable coins. Don't talk about roaches. Let's not talk about roaches for now. I'll talk about it more. I want to talk about it a lot, but I said I want to talk about it in my next stream on Friday. I think it will review. I think it's one of the most interesting fights though. In the game, period, by the way. But otherwise, faction-wise, I was saying middle, are my favorites. Index, I'm okay with. I kinda like. I'm waiting for the others. Ring has potential, but not as much. Deviat, I want to see more Deviat and DHs. Deviat and DHs I like a lot. Like, balance this card like the Chimmer Souls is pretty interesting, I feel like, and could be elaborated. Could be worked upon. I guess the egos, the Encop egos I like a lot. But I'll wait to see the next ones. What else is there? I think it's about it. Forgot that Captain is so bad. Yeah, she is. Yeah, you can forget it. Skill 2 and 3, yeah. Plus the passive. Oh, the overrated gas are going insane! Yes, how did you know? I wonder. You're crazy for thinking false with a Matthias ID. There is no reason for it to have Matthias ID, I think. Trying to think about it. Well, it depends. If you take the other post into consideration, actually, like, it wouldn't be the worst guess. But the thing is, I don't think. The only thing we know from the teaser is gonna be a female ID, but you can cross out Ishmael, of course. and you can cross out Dawn pretty much. I would cross out Faust, or Reshu as well. I mean Reshu because I think it's not Reshu ID. And I would cross out Rhodia because I think she was gonna get Valentina. It seems to fit way too much. And I would cross Faust because I really want to keep Faust Albina. I think it fits way too much as well. And if she's not getting Albina, she's not getting Matthias, that's for sure. Yeah, so like Otis is kind of the last one left. Which, but to me, it kind of makes sense because even before the teaser, I kind of thought Otis was the thing because the guesses I made were Rien, Albina, Sora. I'd say Shiomi. And considering what we know, I would even more say Shiomi. Or at least like the blade can cut everything, whatever, and based on Shiomi. Maybe Callisto. One of the two was Lucio. You actually have nothing. Kiara, Valentina, Ren, and Matthias. That was my guess. It's probably I don't know, I feel like I think it's Baba that giving me the feel of Otis and Matthias. But when you consider like okay, Otis being away from her home and that kind of thing, alright? The whole Odyssey, you know, going to go back home with that kind of thing. If you consider the middle with family, home, that kind of thing, and how Matthias was excluded, it makes sense. Is Cliff Lucio? I really don't see it. I don't. Oh yeah, some said. Oh yeah, I remember. I don't remember if it was you, but I remember the theory about him being picked up. He was like the. But he was picked up, that kind of thing. I can see it. Like kid picked up, that kind of thing. I could see it, but I still think one of the two is more likely. Kim Jun is not doing in subtlety. Picture in your head Otis in Matthias outfit. With the sunglasses? Yeah, I can see it, yeah. I can totally see it. She's all about false loyalty. There's that as well. Well, we don't know if her loyalty is false or not yet. It could be true. You're right that I always thought that Otis was like the one to backstab us, so it would make sense in the end for Matthias. Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, we're good. Definitely. Of her being a trader will pretty much convince me she's going to be one. Yes. I mean, you know the Trojan horse, right? What if she is the Trojan horse? Like, we know it's linked for sure. I think it's in our main HUD that we see it. The horse in the back, I think. I'm pretty sure I remember seeing it. But I mean, it could just be about like the biggest twist for Otis Kento might be that she's actually not a trader. It might be the actual twist. And then they'd be like, "What? You weren't gonna betray us?" And we would say, "No. Why would you think that?" that'd be funny. I could see that happening. Nah, she should probably do something. Like she's gonna betray our enemies, get us to a wooden horse, and betray us. Go in the horse. We're infiltrating the enemies, and in the end, they just burn the horse. And then they'd be like, "I'm burning, and it's on my head." And suddenly, dong. Which one would be? Gulai or Luxuriae, one of the two. Which one? No, don't lust over the hag. I don't know. But man, we are in trouble. We're supposed to get Tiferet, Nedzak, Yesod, and Odd, and probably the Real Malkuth. And we don't have that many Kanto left for the Sinners. So I'm not gonna click there. So we are in trouble in this regard. She's gonna distort into a horse. No, please don't. We have too many horses already. We already have Uma Sang. People are not away from this yet. Haven't recovered from this. Yes, straight on God. Yeah, but Malkuth is in a very, very weird state right now. It's not something usable clearly. Like, you see it's broken. So at some point we'll get it unbroken. Question is when, why, how, and why do we have to fight the god of the city? Talking about gods of the city, I can talk about it a bit because it's in Dawn's upside story as well, but the index god seems to be, only there is a relationship between the index god and everything and the Greek mythology, alright? So I've seen someone mention it on Reddit and made me tilt as well that, hey, aren't you about Greek mythology as well, aren't you? Aren't you? The Odyssey, you know? It's not like you went against Poseidon or anything, right? Right? It's not like you beat up a Cyclops. You know the Cyclops that's in MD right now, seeing his patient die every day. No, it's not like you're like this, right? Right? Yeah, it's not like you're... It's not like you have... like a Caduceus, alright? In your ego art, right? Where is the shadow of the Caduceus? I forgot. There. Is it? Probably. Oh, there's the Trojan Horse. Forgot it was there. So I was thinking there might be so yeah, people wondered, and I'm thinking as well, if there is a relationship between is there gonna be like a relationship between the index and Otis, or at least Otis and the gods of the city at the very least, because I think Odysseus had a small relation at some point with some kind of relation with Hermes as well. Might have. So that's a possibility. That'd be interesting to see. The whole mythology thing is gonna be very interesting to follow. Like, we're full in mythology. Between this, the Norse ones with the relics, we're all in. Let's fight gods. That'll be no one. We already had Christian one with Christian and Jewish. With stuff like White Knight, Tree of Life, that kind of thing. We're good. Let's jump in. I'm actually surprised. We even have an Hindu, I think, with Buddhist, with I think we had Hindu as well, don't we? Remember, we have Buddhist with Yasunyata, isn't it? Like in relation to Buddhism, I think. I'm not sure. I think it's in Sanskrit. The one thing I'm surprised is we didn't get anything for Japanese mythology yet. That's the one I'm surprised about. Maybe it's another one, you know. Maybe it's those skirts or something. Yeah, I can't wait for the Cyclops fight, yeah. I got antibiotics. Oh, okay. Okay, she's right there. Yeah, it's a good one. I've been fun fact as well. I've been playing AD Stew for a few days now. So it's nice to get back into the whole Greek mythology. Like there is Odysseus and Polyphemus as well, so the Cyclops. That was funny to check. Reminded me of Otis. But yeah, I'm very curious about this. He wants an anime but won't put anime into his game. But well, the animation are good enough. I think it's better this way, probably. It's fine. Let's not break it too much. Let's not break animation too much. I mean, Kento 9 was pretty nice in terms of animations. Got jumpscare when you saw the Inisus in yes. I so saw it, I was like, wow, what the package? What's this package doing there? Oh god. That's funny. I expected him like to be like in the one lower boon, but it wasn't. Anyway. But yeah, I don't know how much they put Greek mythology into it. Well, technically, a lot of Amnos are based around Greek mythology as well. We have Cyclops, we have the Hydra, we have like in MD right now. Cyclops, Hydra, Centaur, and isn't there another one? Freak, I forgot one. What else? Oh, I can check the wiki, I guess. List of Amnos. The nymph. That's supposed to be a nymph. Holy fuck. The names are just that as well. Nymph, Centaur, Cyclops, Hydra. Wait, is it Hydra? Yeah. So like I feel like they should come up at Otis Kanto. We'll see. Maybe during a Wing War or something. Using abnormalities as a weapon doesn't seem like the worst thing I've seen so far. I've seen it multiple times actually. But we have Muscles Kanto beforehand. Maybe we'll see Encore go into yellow mode. I think she interacts with Poseidon, Cyclops, and Theseus. I haven't read the Odyssey, so I don't know. I mean, I know about the Cyclops and Poseidon, that's for sure. I don't know about the rest. I know there is a Sirens as well. And of course, I want to say. Is the mermaids? Sirens? I don't know. Whatever. Is the way in which all these men die. Oh, great. Such a nice time. But I mean, again, like... It's gonna be like Kento 789 and the others, right? It's not gonna be... Kento is not gonna be a reproduction of the Odyssey, right? Yeah, we have to get that into our head. We're not necessarily seeing everyone in as well. There can be a lot of changes. Quite a few changes. The only thing you can expect are... Penelope and some suitors, I guess. And the sun. Was it sun? I don't remember. It's possible we see other Greek incarnation inspirations like Icarus randomly. think about, okay, talking about, I just thought about it, talking about Icarus, okay? The part 3 kind of spoilers. Think about the Abraxas chariot, alright? And the air warfare, right? And think back to Icarus, okay? And the Trojan and them the war, and there may be something. Maze Canto until now is 6, which is a lot of the book. I mean, when you say base Canto, you mean your favorite one, or like the one that takes back from the book the most? Your favorite one? Oh, okay, I see. I had my problem with Canto 6. The big one was I was very confused by the end. And mostly it feels like among all the possibilities, why did it have to end like this? That's something also I have to say a bit about Canto 9 as well, because it relies a lot on emotion, and that's great, that makes for a great cinema. But when you think about it logically, then the cookie crumbles a bit. Yeah, different taste for different people, yeah. You have sad ending. It's bittersweet, right? I mean, I like them. It's fine. It depends. It depends. I think, don't judge an ending on if it ends well or not. Like, it's not my main criteria, but more on just the quality of it in general. Or maybe as well the emotions. The strength of emotion it gets on me. Yeah, that's one. Like, not much with it, which emotion, but more so how much of it. My favorite Canto, I have trouble deciding my favorite Canto. The thing is, there are things that I prefer in different Cantos. Like, for example, Canto 4 still has one of my favorite moments and antagonists with Dongrang. I love Dongrang so much as an antagonist. I think it's very good. At the same time, like, there is Ahab, I think is a good antagonist, but in another way. Like, in the full-on, the source of all evil kind of way. But in general, my favorite Canto, I'd say. Because there are many criteria. There is gameplay, there is story, there is quality, visual, that kind of thing. There's music as well, there's melee song. There's a lot of things, so it's hard to make one total judgment. I guess it might be Canto 9. I know there's recency bias, but it's not just that. It's just I love fingers in general. And I love the way they were represented there. And there is some very interesting fight in part 3. So that weighs quite a bit. I'll have to see by the end how I feel about it. But I really have trouble deciding one in particular. I think if Canto 4 had better fights, like if Canto 4 was done nowadays, I think it would be my favorite. I think I could say that. Because Canto 4 does suffer from being still pretty experimental. If it wasn't, it probably would have been my favorite. Yeah. For stories, at least. But I can say good stuff about every Canto, which is why it's hard to... Can say good and bad stuff about every Canto, so it's why it's hard to decide. Canto 8 was very solid when I think back about it, though. Like, I don't see... I don't see much weak point in Kento 8. Well, the weak point of Kento 8 was the season itself with Aisho, let's be real. I think that's what bothering me. I have trouble. It's just I think I have trouble with connecting with the whole Chinese vibe and everything. I think the problem is too many games, too many gacha games and everything. Especially like with the Mio games, I was drowned in Chinese BS, and I think it made me numb to it, which is why I don't feel very connected to it in general. Because I don't feel as emotionally connected, but when I think about it in terms of quality, it's very high. Like I don't see very high flaws. But emotionally, I don't feel much. The oldest cliff. I mean, I understand that. Yeah, I mean, in terms of twist, I guess there is this. Well, it's more inconceivable as well. The others you have hints at some point. Kento 8 dungeon was the best we had so far. It was. I think it was, but I don't think the competition was very hard either. The shine attacks, yes. That's what is bothering me. Like it's not even about the Kento quality or anything. It's just the context. It's sad. Cinema wise, Kento 7, Kento 2. I agree for music and fight. Funny as well, I guess I agree as well. Cinema wise, Kento 9 is pretty nice in cinema wise. I'm not gonna lie. And story wise, I don't know if story wise something will beat Kento 4 personally. Well, Kento 10 might. I'm saying it, but like I've been waiting for Kento 10 for so long. I'm saying I don't go in with expectations, but boy, it's gonna be hard to go in without any for this one. I've been waiting for Mercel so much because when I see Chains of Order, I feel targeted. I'm just very, very curious about PM's answer for this dilemma. Chains of Others. So I think Kento 10 might beat the others, like for me. But it will depend. It will depend on the wall, on what happens, pretty much. Like I'm talking about something that hasn't happened yet, so I can't say much. But for now, yeah, Kento 4 is still my favorite story-wise, I'd say. Characters-wise, though, Kento 9 took it. I just love the character, I think, in Kento 9 more than the others. Like all the side characters were great. There were very, very good moments. And like I'm not just mentioning the Distortion Detective Crew, I'm mentioning all the others, actually. Family songs. Ting 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 ting. It is a bop, yeah. But personally, I mean, Saikai is kind of whatever, isn't it? It gets very, very well with the fight and the principle, everything, but by itself, it's kind of whatever, to be fair. But my favorite melee song, I'd say, it's between Patches of Violet. That's very good. I love it so much. And I just have this soft spot for Between Two Worlds. The part 2 especially. I love a good orchestra. Hero is very good. Hero, you know what? The first time I heard Hero, it kind of reminded me of melee songs in Ruina. They had more the more classic vibes in Ruina, I'd say. I think some people said when Hero was released that it was questionable, that it wasn't as great as the other, I think, or something. Some people find it weird. I find it classic in my opinion. Remind me of this, remind me of Erodos songs. There are other songs as well, like Execute Me or Goblin Slayer's opening. Because I was not remember nothing. Yeah, the problem is the gameplay really put quite a dent in the story for most of the time. That's the problem. But it's just the character development of the League of Nine new literatures, and especially of Dongrang, that I really love. I'm still waiting for Farm Watch, by the way. I actually haven't given up on this idea. I should probably though. Why can't I use my skills right now? That. I mean, alright, we're talking about the best dungeon. I have to mention, I think my favorite, still loved Kento's 3 dungeon. It was very vanilla dungeon. And the whole path system, with you being able to go to Sacristy, is probably something I'm not gonna forgive in this game. Forget in this game. Because I loved Sacristy. I want more dungeons like Kento's 3 dungeon than Sacristy. Path 3 is more questionable, but otherwise, yes. That's why Kento 8, I remember now. Kento 8 dungeon, it was pretty nice to have some paths sideways. I liked it. That's what I liked a lot. It wasn't Sacristy is good, but yeah. So Kento 8 was very good then, that's why. I just want dungeons who have multiple paths, you know? Like you have actually choices that you ego gifts that you get in it actually influence it. That's why Kento 8 dungeon, yeah, it's probably the best now I think about it. Again. You don't have Sacristy, but the rest is, yeah, the same thing. Well, it has a fight that's very hard if you don't do it correctly, so. To be favorite the third part in the song. Not for you, I can understand. Or was and is already the player retention. I don't know, I've heard it's better now. I mean, I've done it since the rework. I've done the prologue at least. It was alright. I mean, I don't know, like, I don't know how much you're supposed to. It's always kind of a weird, like an odd thing. Like, how much do you gotta take the player's hand at the start of a game, you know? Like, how much do you have to show them to the game, and how much should they learn by themselves, alright? Because if you make a tutorial that goes in depth into everything, it's gonna bore the player. The player is gonna get not only bored, but will have trouble learning everything because it's all put on your face at once. Like, a tutorial has to be, with many complex elements, has to be spread over quite a few times. Usually, you get more gameplay elements the more you advance. Like, for example, in Ruina, when you had access to mass attacks after quite a while, that kind of thing. Or like here, when you have access to Unbreakable later, that's more mechanics later. Here, the thing is, not only do you have to care about the base mechanics, but also every sinner's insanely long kits, and that's additional to the base one, to the base game. I think the base game is alright. Like, it's not like the gameplay is hard to understand. The intricacies of it are hard to understand, but I feel like this is something that should be learned by the player after playing, you know, by himself. The dungeon was at everything also different. Yeah, I have to agree, yeah. In the end, yeah. Get an idea for that weird guy with the mustache, the German stuff. Oh yeah, the guy, yeah. Well, we're busy getting A shows, right? So we're busy getting 9 A shows, and we're missing 2 still. Probably for spring cultivation. I don't think they're gonna be nocturnal sweeping. Nocturnal sweeping, I feel like are gonna be like maybe Ricardo and I don't know, maybe Nigo. I don't know if they want to give us a sweeper. I would love a sweeper, but I don't know if they will. What the other one, by the way? What the other rerun? Oh yeah, SCE. We're definitely getting a Nohainheim ID. And maybe a Nigo as well. I don't know which one though. We only have one Ardor Blossom Moss Ego, so maybe it's the time to get the second one. Because we got 2 ADD and we got 2 Lantern already. Would be funny if we got like any bunny queen apple. Here you go, that'd be funny. ID rather. Well, both actually. We'll see, looking forward to it. Anyway, I'm gonna stop for today. I talked long enough, it was nice. So, as I said, this week, Thursday, short for Ishmael. Good, I have only one banner. I have only one ID. I don't know if I like still one banner, one ID banners, but well, that's what it is. So short on Thursday, and on Friday I'll be making a stream like a bit like this one, like what we did in the last hour, talking about Canto 9, reviewing it, and yeah, reviewing it, discussing it. You're free to join, of course. And close the page to go on to the rest of the season. That's about it. And then next week MD. I don't know what I'll play. I'll see about that. Maybe Middle if I get it, otherwise we'll see. Middle for the win, yeah. Anyway, gonna go now. Thank you for watching. Take care. See you next time. And keep your sanity high in the slow descent into the inferno. Bye bye.